What's going on, everybody? Toronto, wrong YouTube channel. In Motion Football live stream. We're live, people. We're live today. We have Ravens at Chargers. We have a playoff machine stream, meaning we're going to go through the playoff machine together. I'm joining this game midway through the second quarter because the football today kind of exhausted me. Needed a little break. That's just all it is. But that's what we're going to do today, people. We're going to watch the game. We're going to call some games, and we're going to look at a playoff picture. That's what we're going to do today. It is 7-3, 3:35 left in the second. I'm going to get a scoreboard going for the people to have an idea on the replay, what's going on in this game. If you're watching this live or if you're watching the replay, you are much appreciated as a viewer. If you want to show your appreciation for what's going on here, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Two very important forms of engagement for the growth of a YouTube channel. And for those of you guys who are not familiar with how interactive live streams work, you are a part of the show. You are not merely an audience member. You get an opportunity through the live chat to speak to me, ask any questions, provide any comments, any of your thoughts, and also dictate the show by bringing up topics. So that's what goes on here, people. Just give me 1 second, and I'll get this up here. Here we are. So 7-3. Lots of football that happened today. We can talk about any games that you guys want to talk about. Obviously, Eagles and Bills will be spoken about. My Eagles played a game. It was a chaotic game. It was a roller coaster. We persevered in the end. A lot of the lessons, a lot of the takeaways of the game aren't new. I think that's the main thing I have to say. It is not new that the Eagles have some bad habits and have their moments where they don't do the smartest things. It is also not new that the team is super resilient. The team deals with adversity really well, and the team just does not fold when things are going wrong. Neither of those things are new, and those are the main takeaways from today's game. Now, I think the last two games of football that the Eagles have played in were greatly impacted by the rain. I think today's game was greatly impacted by not having Lane Johnson. And I think it's all in all good that we found a way to get the win because as I've spoken about, like the 1 seed is very important. Wins that go towards getting the 1 seed, you take them. That being said, the bad habits got to go away because you can't play with fire like this all year and expect it to not burn you at some point. And that's the risk we run as the Eagles playing in these kind of games. But that being said, it's a grueling part of the schedule. The 1 seed is very important. A win is a very, very good thing. But things do have to be cleaned up. Shout out to everybody watching this live. For those of you guys who don't know how interactive live streams work, feel free to put any thoughts or questions you have in the chat. You are a part of the show. You can dictate what I talk about and what other panelists talk about when other people join me. You're not just an audience member. So with that being said, a lot of football happened Sunday. We can talk about every game. We are going to do a playoff machine prediction at halftime and throughout the second half. So a whole lot in store during this live stream. It looks like an offside penalty or a neutral zone infraction against the Chargers will give the Ravens a free first down. Let me see who starts the second half with the ball here. Ravens will start the second half with the ball. So if they can score 7 here and not leave that much time for San Diego, jeez, still hasn't died in my head. And they leave not much time for the Chargers. The Chargers will be in a rough spot, a really, really rough spot. This game, I think, so far has gone the way I'd expect it to go. The Ravens kind of just steadily in a good spot. Chargers, stumbling through the game. It's how they tend to do things. We saw the Chargers offense, I think, put a lot of points up against Detroit, but clearly that didn't sustain against Green Bay, and Baltimore has a better defense than Green Bay does. So with them not scoring much, it's imperative that their defense gets stops, and their defense is pretty trash. So this is what you get. A 7-3 game that's likely to be either 10-3 or 14-3. And it'll make this game easy to predict for the playoff machine. I'll tell you that much. So looking at my phone, Jaguars Texans, that's a game that I watched and I saw a pretty close game. Now, sneak peek into my mindset for these kind of things. The way I look at it, I'm not calling the Texans to sweep the Jaguars this year. A team that's as new as the Texans that um, you know, is a good team but is not a complete team. Sweeping a team like the Jaguars is not something I expected. So I called the Jags winning that game exclusively off that, not thinking about anything football related in mind. And that's pretty much kind of like me not really feeling too strongly about the football determining who wins the game. I felt was kind of apt because the game was super even. Game really could have gone either way. Some big penalties that honestly could have not been called were big factors in that game. And I think that all things considered, the two teams splitting the season series 1-1 makes sense. That's what I was thinking. That's what happened. If you're the Jaguars, you got to be happy with the fact that you are not 0-2 against that team. So you don't, they don't have the tiebreaker against you. You're not 2 games ahead of them. The Jaguars are, as of right now, tied for the 1 seed with like 3 other teams. You're happy with where you're at when it comes to the Jaguars. Watching that team, I look at that defense and how it matches up against the best teams in the AFC offensively. And I don't know if they're going to do a good enough job. And I look at them offensively and I see a lot of potential. They can score the points a lot of different ways. ETN can carry them. Trevor Lawrence can carry them. It's a matter of, I think, just like getting it done on the game day, but I don't think that they necessarily have issues offensively in terms of like what they have. It's more about just how they use it. Now, they lost an offensive tackle in this game. I don't know how his health is looking, but yeah, you got to be happy with where you're at if you're Jacksonville. You went up against a tough team, a division rival, and you held your own for most of that game. If you're Houston, you gotta feel like it's tough that you're down 2 games. You're 2 games out of the top of your division, but you got to feel good about where you're at as a team. The AFC wildcard race will go down to the wire. A lot of teams are tied for, I think, most teams are 6-5 or 5-6 in the race. But I look at Houston and I just feel like they're a team that's better equipped to get these wins down the stretch than a bunch of the teams they're in competition with. So tough loss. Again, I just think it would have been really tough to sweep Jacksonville because you got to keep in mind Houston beat them by 20 in Jacksonville. It would have just been tough for a team to sweep Jacksonville, and that's ultimately not what happened. So, yeah, I wouldn't feel too bad if I was Houston. Staying with the theme of tough divisional games, Steelers-Bengals happened. I watched a little bit of that game. I wanted to see what Jake Browning would look like against a defense like the Steelers. And that game went as expected. That game went as expected. These teams, like, no quarterback play to respect on either side, right? Defenses that can get after it, but also have their issues. And weapons that are ultimately suffering from the quarterback play. So it's funny. This game kind of felt like mirror image, 2 teams that were kind of mirror images of each other. Steelers got the job done because ultimately, like, I think they're better equipped to win that type of game. Like, their defense is more likely to win the game where the quarterback play is bad all across the board than the Bengals defense is. So ultimately, they got it done. Panthers Titans, not going to sit here and act like I watched any of that game. But from the little tidbits I saw from Red Zone, but Panthers just suck. And to be honest, like the Titans, they're not the team that they were outside of the quarterback position, because it's not like the quarterback position has been anything special um, for a long time on that team. But yeah, they are not the team outside of the quarterback position that they used to be. I don't really necessarily think they have the trench play that they used to. I think a lot of the free agents they signed this offseason didn't pan out. And if you watch the season preview on this, the season previews on this channel, I talked about how a lot of their free agency signings were boom or bust kind of pieces, and a lot of them busted. So not in a good position that in that regard. But yeah, I was hoping the Panthers get that W, to be honest, but that's not what happened. Saints Falcons, again, did not watch that game. Not going to sit here with too deep of a commentary, but Bijan finally got the ball, and these teams turned the ball over like crazy. I was watching Red Zone during the first two games. Sorry, the 1 o'clock games. And man, when I tell you, these guys had 5 turnovers in the first 2 quarters. 5 turnovers in the first 2 quarters. What did they finish with? I'm about to check this out right now. 3 picks in the game. Wait, hold up. I'm tripping. Oh, I counted total fumbles. It stayed with 5. So 4 turnovers on the books. 5, like the fifth one in my head was the fumble that happened, but that wasn't lost. Again, another matchup where the quarterback play was just stinky. You look at it, you got Carr turning it over. I think he threw a pick 6 to Jesse Bates. Olave had 114 in the first half. Aside from Olave, Saints passing game couldn't get it going. And then you already know what it is with Ritter. But fortunately for Bijan, he finally got his touches today. Over 100 yards. He got his touchdown. What else happened today? Buccaneers Colts, again, another game I didn't watch a whole ton of, but from what I saw, man, Mike Evans, Hall of Famer, and again, Shane Steichen is doing Shane Steichen things. The guy's getting a lot of offensive production out of Gardner Minshew. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm an Eagles fan. Gardner Minshew is playing better this year with lesser weapons than he did last year with better weapons in Philadelphia. Like Michael Pittman and Josh Downs, or A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, right? The Eagles offensive line last year or the Colts offensive line this year. It's pretty clear what the advantage is. Steichen's the play caller in both offenses, but bro, Gardner Minshew's actually getting a lot of production this year. This guy's going to secure a bunch of backup bags from this point onwards because of the season he's having this year. He's got to give AR some of that bread for giving him this opportunity. And then the game that I actually watched more of than you'd expect, Giants Patriots, to me, I consider this the Drake May Bowl. Loser gets Drake May. Based on the both teams' like remaining schedules, that's how I looked at this. I said, whichever quarterback gets this W really screws their franchise over. And Tommy DeVito was the guy. As an Eagles fan, honestly, Tommy DeVito is one of my favorite players in the NFL because these last 2 wins are going to cost the Giants a top 2 pick to go get a franchise-altering quarterback. Now, they could still take a quarterback in the draft. They could still get a good quarterback in the draft, but they're not going to get a franchise changer like Drake May or Caleb Williams with these last 2 wins. So I really appreciate what Tommy DeVito did for me as an Eagles fan. And if you're the Patriots, check that schedule out, people. Patriots 2-15, very much on the cards. 3-14 at best. But the thing is obviously we can look at bad teams and we can say, you know what, the bad teams are supposed to lose their games. And we can sit here and also acknowledge that, look, down the stretch in the NFL, any given Sunday, bad teams tend to get wins sometimes. But the thing you have to understand is that the vibes are so bad in New England, and the energy and just like the relationships between the owner and the coach and the coordinators, and just it's a mess out there. So I think that mess is more likely than some of the other messes to just keep losing games. So that's what I expect to happen. The Patriots will get one of those quarterbacks. If Carolina can get a couple wins, the race opens up for Caleb. But if not, Drake may have been secured by the Patriots today. It's a big loss for the Patriots. Leon, chat regular, um, Patriots fan representative on this channel. I'm sure he's gassed today. That was a big L. Chad Ryland, rookie kicker who's been missing everything this year, came through. Man, I'm so happy to see the Giants win today. Again, I watched more of that game than anyone should have, but I really looked at it like loser gets Drake May. And the Patriots end up getting the job done. That's it for the 1 o'clock games. We have Browns Broncos again. Out of the 4 o'clock games, I was fixated on the Eagles game, so I missed every other game. I'm seeing that the Broncos got another big win. DTR got knocked out of the game with a concussion that some people are saying should have been called roughing the passer and wasn't. But another big win for Denver, people. 5 wins in a row. That is a team gathering crazy momentum. And in an AFC playoff race where starting quarterbacks keep getting knocked out, Denver, quietly a candidate to make a charge. But like I said, people, we're going to do a playoff machine activity starting at halftime, which will be very soon, where we will predict every remaining game in the season as a family and check out what the playoff picture looks like at the end. So you guys should definitely stick around for that. You can be in the chat. You know, if I call the game a little differently than you think, you can put your comments in the chat, and we can talk it through. But yeah, Denver got a big win. Cleveland, again, just more quarterback issues. PJ Walker keeps seeing the field. That has to be infuriating for Browns fans. The Rams smoked the Cardinals. That's what they do. The Rams consistently beat up on the Cardinals. The Chiefs, they finished this game on a 31-3 run. That's what happened. I know that's more of a basketball phrase, but the Chiefs were down 14-0 to start this game, ended up winning 31-17. Some things never change. Pat Mahomes against the AFC West. You guys know how that goes. And those are the games. This Sunday prior to Sunday Night Football. So it looks like Sunday Night Football is going to go to halftime at 10-3 Baltimore. Looks like Baltimore is more or less in control. Their defense has the Chargers held in check. They're already up 7. They don't need to score a whole lot more for this to feel like they're going to get this W. But we will get the playoff machine going. I'll put it up on the screen. This is gonna be interesting, people. This is going to be interesting. I'm gonna open up this one because this one's better and it shows draft orders and whatnot. We gotta reset this. All right. You guys can see the whole screen, right? Cool. Dope. I think now you can see more of the screen. Now you guys can see everything. All right, so that's what we got going on. We're going to give the Ravens this W. And let me see. Did these teams play each other before? Oh yeah, they played in that other. Okay, I remember that game. Yeah, we're giving it to Minnesota. We're giving that one to Minnesota. So move on to week 13. A bunch of teams on a bye week. I'm taking the Chargers over the Patriots. I'm going to run through the games that feel easy to me, and then we'll fill out the other ones after the fact. So give me 1 second. Taking the Colts. This is low-key a great game. I'm taking the Jaguars here. I'm taking the Chiefs. PJ Walker here. We'll figure that out. This game is contested, but it's going to be ass. Probably Steelers are going to get this win. Miami's going to get this win. Dallas is going to get this win. I don't know. I'll give Tampa the home game. Ooh. This little house thing means coming off a mini bye. So Detroit with the long week, we'll give it to them. And then San Francisco with the long week. Ooh, that's tough to me. You know what? The Eagles just played 91 defensive snaps on a short week. Guys are gassed. I don't know though. You know what it is? The whole season, right? The whole season going into this year, I always felt like, you know what? The Eagles are going to get that win against San Francisco. My reason was just like San Francisco just talks too much, right? That's one reason. They just talk too much shit. And the amount of shit they talked after the NFC Championship game, I think the Eagles are going to want that one badly, right? But the other side of it is if you listen to how the Niners talked about Philadelphia and the crowd, they talked about it like they were in like a coliseum, and the audience members were just like unruly and throwing food at them and stuff. Like they were acting like they were in a hostile territory where like crowd was just like inhumane and uncivil and all this stuff. Like everybody had something to say about how, man, we're never gonna have our wives come to that game ever again, and this and that, and the fans were this and that. And everybody saw the clip of Joey Bosa outside the game getting talked to. So that's one of those games where I'm looking at it and I'm like, does San Francisco, the way they talked about that crowd, do they have the mentality to show up and play football the way they say they're going to, with all the like just pure, like the way they talked about the fans, like they were just like this menacing and uncivil figure that just stopped them from being able to focus and think, and their wives were scared, and just, I don't know. I heard that and I'm like, this just does not sound like people that are ready to go into a tough environment and play. So the whole offseason, I always felt like Eagles are going to get that win against San Francisco. Now I'm here a week away from the game, and I'm thinking about it differently because the Eagles just played 91 defensive snaps. 91 defensive snaps. You know how many snaps that is off a short week? Man, it's rough. It's so rough. It's so rough. But I'm giving it to the Eagles, man. I'm rolling with my preseason prediction, man. I'm giving it to the Eagles. Next week. Okay, I'm just gonna wait. No, actually, I lied. I didn't finish this off. Broncos Texans. That's it. Quietly a huge matchup and a really good one. I think Denver's win streak has to end at some point, but you know what? I'm gonna look at their schedule first. Chargers, Lions, Patriots, Chargers, Raiders after this. Man, you know what? Okay, I say they lose this game. Actually, no, never mind. Let me look at Houston real quick. Houston is going into this matchup 2-1. The other team's going into it 5-0. You know what? I'm giving Houston that one. So I heard Myles Garrett's hurt. His arm is in a sling, and I heard DTR has the concussion. So with the concussion protocol, 1 week recoveries have not been common. Shout out to the troll here. I think this was supposed to result in an emoji or something, but it didn't. But he tried his best. I'm giving the Rams this win if Myles Garrett's hurt, and what's it called? And PJ Walker has to play. Rams, obviously, they had a good. The Cardinals, that's a great get right game. That is a game where, like, if you're not in a good place as a team, go play that team and get some, get some momentum going, get some good feelings going. And then Falcons, Jets. You know what it is? With shit matchups like this, I just think the team with the worst record gets it done. Now, I know that Boyle guy played absolutely terrible. But I'm going with the Jets, man, because Ritter's trash too. So Jets get that done at home, and we move on to the next week. Like I said, people, shout out to everybody watching live, 6 people watching live. Feel free, if you have any thoughts about the games I'm calling, feel free to get those in, man. We can talk through any of these matchups. But to quickly go through the predictable games here, I got Dallas beating the Eagles here. Dallas is a tough divisional opponent that plays us well. Dak plays well against us. They tend to play well against us. They have a long week, extra 3 days to their week here because they play on Thursday the week before. Dallas gets this one done. Packers, Giants. I think the Giants have won a lot of football games. They've won a lot of football games. What do I have happening the week before for the Giants? Oh, they're on a bye week? Yeah, the Giants have won too many games. Packers get that done. Seahawks, Rams. This is not a competition, man. The Seahawks, they just suck against that team. Panthers, Saints at home. Yeah, dumb shit happens in divisional matchups, but I'm taking the Saints. Bears, Lions. Now this one is tricky because we saw that the Lions played them, had a really hard time against the Bears the first time they matched up. That was in Detroit, and as you can see here, people, the Bears are coming off a bye week, so this is, I think, the first matchup where I call for some fuckeries. And the Bears here, we look at them, they have lost a bunch of games now, 4 of the last 5 off a bye week against the team they played well against. I think they figure it out here. They get a W on the Lions. We've seen that the Lions defense is very shaky. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Buccaneers, Falcons. Have these teams played before? Let me check. The Falcons, they beat the Bucks. All right, I'm giving this one to the Bucks then. Again, I don't think the Falcons are good enough to sweep anybody. Vikings against Raiders, both teams coming off a bye. The Vikings in this case are, what are they? 7-5. Raiders are 5-7. Man, the Raiders have been playing some solid ball. I'm giving that one to the Raiders. Yeah, this one's the Rams, Steelers. Oh, again, the health situation with Cleveland, man. Like, they're just so banged up. What's Jacksonville's situation looking like before this? They will have won a shit ton of games, man. They will have won 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 out of their last 9. To me, that feels like that team is due for a loss in cold Cleveland. By that time, maybe Myles Garrett's back. By that time, maybe DTR is back. Giving that one to Cleveland. Texans, Jets. Texans get back in the win column. Colts, Bengals. Give me the Colts playing good ball. The Bengals, that Browning just like, it's rough with Browning. Okay. I'm picking the Bills here. 1, the Bills are very familiar with the Chiefs. 2, the Chiefs receivers are liable to lose any game. They can 100% lose to anybody. The Bills are coming off of a bye, and the Bills are 6-6, backs against the wall. I got them beating the Kansas City Chiefs. And then in these last 2 games, okay, let's see. Denver against the Chargers. They play down the stretch. Okay, I'm going to give that matchup a split with the home teams getting the W's, and then Miami gets this win. So now every team has 13 games underneath their belt. The Eagles have a 2-game lead on the other division winners for the 1 seed, but only a 1-game lead on Dallas at this point. The Packers and Vikings both in the playoff spot, both in playoff spots. The 7 seed, there are 4 teams tied for it at 6-7. Then you look to the other side, and there are 3 teams tied at 8-5 for the 6 and 7 seed. Texans, unfortunately, through tiebreakers, not in, and the Bills 1 game out. So that's what it's looking like so far. If we look at the draft order right now, can I do that here? Maybe that's just at the end. All right, next week. So Raiders, Chargers. Have I had these teams playing before? The Chargers won the first time they played. Say less. I'm giving the Raiders that W. Steelers against Colts. What does the Steelers' life look like prior to this? Oh, that's a lot of wins. That's too many wins for Pittsburgh. I keep clicking that tab. Too many wins for Pittsburgh. I'm giving the Colts a win, although they're due a loss here at some point as well. Jets, Dolphins, we know how that goes. Texans, Titans, I'm giving the Texans that win. Baltimore against Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville, after the bad loss I gave them last week, because I think I had them losing against Cleveland, they figure it out and get the win against Baltimore. Chiefs, you already know what that is. Bears, Browns, that's a Browns win. Broncos against Lions. I just had the Lions winning a game that they probably shouldn't, or losing a game they probably shouldn't lose. So I'll give them the win here. Whoa, I'm not calling a tie. Vikings, Bengals. What do I have the Vikings doing up to this point? I got the Vikings coming off a loss. Keep clicking that tab. I have the Bengals at this point also coming off a bunch of losses. The Bengals at this point will have lost 5 games in a row. Yeah, they're not good with Browning, but they got to get a W somewhere. So the Bengals get that W. Cowboys, Bills. Cowboys, Bills. That one. We got to see that one. We got to see about that one. Let's see who's doing what going into this game. Cowboys have won a lot of games. I mean, they just have a very good record in this situation. Bills at home in Buffalo. Again, backs against the wall. They get another big win. That's what I have happening there. Falcons, Panthers. Did these teams play before? They played in week 1. The Falcons won by 2 scores. One day I'll stop hitting that tab. One day. It'll happen at some point. Do I have the Panthers getting a Fugazi win? I think they beat the Falcons once last year. You know what it is? I think Wright gets fired at this point and their backup gets a win. Or like backup. The coach they bring in gets a win. So, yeah. Falcons get that, or Falcons take that L. Tampa against Green Bay. Tampa against Green Bay. Okay, let me look. Both teams 6-7. Let's look at the trends going into this game. Tampa would be on a 2-game win streak against divisional opponents. Okay. And then what is Green Bay up to? Green Bay, 3 out of the last 4. You know what? Give me the home team. Give me the home team. Yeah. After seeing what Tampa Bay's defense did today against the Colts, man, I feel like the Packers kind of rounding into form a little bit. They'll get a win against a team like Tampa. Saints get this win. Niners get this win. Washington off a bye week. I think they'll probably get it done. Yeah, Rams need a loss at some point. And then the Seahawks in a really rough spot. Brutal schedule. They take another L, fall to 6-8. It is starting to get crucial here. Look at this mess right here. 7-7 to 6-8. A whole bunch of teams, lots of scrapping going on for those playoff spots. Same thing going on here. The AFC, the Dolphins are out ahead right now. But we'll see how long that lasts. They got Dallas right here. So I just had the Bengals getting a W, right? That gets followed by an L. I think I just had the Steelers losing. Yeah, okay. Off a loss, the Bengals off a win. Steelers get this win at home, completing the sweep. We saw that matchup today already. The second half is starting up, people. Baltimore gets the first snap. Handoff to Gus Edwards up the middle. So we'll be going back and forth between the game and this. Chargers, Bills. So again, I have the Bills at this point having 2 huge wins off the bye week, beating Kansas City and Dallas. That does this run continue? The Chargers with a extended, not an extended, yeah, kind of, yeah, coming off a mini bye. That means they played the Thursday before. You know what? Chargers, a little bit extra time. Bills, I just can't do it. Nah, I got the Bills winning. Bills look good today, man. I think the Bills will probably figure some things out going forward. Browns, Texans. 2 9-5 teams tied for the wild card spot. What are these teams up to going into this? Browns 2 wins in a row. I'll be real. I think their quarterback situation is too shady for. It's just too sus for that. So Texans get a win, but the Texans are also winning a lot of games in this projection. So we got to get them an L at some point. Broncos get that win. Chiefs get that win. Jets against Commanders. This is 5-9 against 5-9. Who do I trust more? I think the Jets get this done. Colts against Falcons. I'll give this one to the Falcons. I don't know, but do I give it to the Falcons? Colts are looking good, man. Colts are looking good. Do I have them on a crazy win streak? Yeah, I do. Oh, shit. They are in this projection on a 6-game win streak. That's got to come to an end. That has to come to an end. Falcons get that win. Seahawks, Titans. Seahawks get their first win in a long time. Jags against Tampa. Jags get that win. Ooh, Dallas. I just have them losing. I have them losing. They get a bounce back here. Tua have been turning it over. Dallas is a bad team to turn it over against. So Dallas gets that win. Baltimore against San Francisco. So I got to look at what's going on here in the matchups. You got San Francisco having won 5 of the last 6. And Baltimore having won not as hot, but Baltimore's coming off an L here, so Baltimore gets this W. Baltimore gets it done. Saints against Rams, 6-8 against 7-7. Rams off 2 L's in a row. Saints off 2 wins in a row. Yeah, that ends here. That's got to end here. Rams get that W. Packers win this. I'm bought into the idea that the Lions and Vikings will split, so I'll give the home teams the wins. Vikings also need that game in the worst way. Cardinals against Bears. You know what? I gave the Bears the first one in a while. Cardinals need that one. Eagles beat the sorry Giants in a game where they need it. So I think at this point, the Eagles, they need to win one more game to clinch the 1 seed. The matchup for the 2 seed is pretty intense. The matchup for the playoffs is crazy. It's very tight. Green Bay in right now. On the other side, Browns, there's a 3-way tie for the 7 seed that the Colts are in right now. But the Colts need the L. They've been winning a lot of games. So, Browns against the Jets. Again, the battle of 2 defenses that are going to have to win that game. I'm giving the Browns that one. Yeah, I think let me look at what the Jets have been up to so far in this projection. Oh, yeah, Jets coming off a win. Jets aren't winning 2 games in a row. Hell no. Ooh, Raiders, baby. Raiders. Colts need an L. Raiders are that team. They belong at 8-8. They belong at 500. Dolphins, Ravens. Dolphins coming off a L. Ravens coming off a big win. This matchup happened last year. We know what happened. Oh, it's in Baltimore. It's at the end of the year. We saw Baltimore get off a lot of points against Miami, and the Miami evening it out at the end. Baltimore's defense is much better at this point. Do I have Miami losing 2 games in a row? Don't know if I do. Don't know if I do. We're going to punch in some of these easy wins. Hold up. Denver and the Chargers. I gave the Chargers the last one, right? Yeah, so Denver gets this one. Houston gets that one. Actually, maybe I should give Houston an L. Has Houston been winning a lot of games? Oh, yeah. Houston's really hot. That's a divisional opponent. Tennessee's loose with nothing to lose. These bad teams got to get a win somewhere. We're gonna give them the loss there. Seattle backs against the wall. Kenny Pickett shits the bed in a hostile environment. We give that to Seattle. Jaguars get this one. Cowboys Lions. What is this looking like? Lions off a loss. Cowboys off a win. Give this one to Detroit. Although it's yeah, I'm giving it to Detroit. Eagles get this one. Rams with the mini bye, they get that win. Niners get that win. Saints Bucks. Who won the first game? Let's see. Who won the first game between the Saints and the Bucks? The Bucks won the first game. All right, so then I'm giving the Saints the win, and they have the extra rest. Falcons against Bears. I think I just gave the Bears a win. No, I gave them a win a couple weeks ago. 2 losses in a row. They're playing the Falcons, who just had a big win. So the Falcons follow up a big win with a disappointing loss. We're giving this one to the Bears. And Vikings, Packers, 2 8-7 teams. Loser drops into the 3-way tiebreaker for the 7 seed. Damn, in Minnesota, end of the year. Again, I have a hard time calling these tight divisional matchups like sweeps. So we're going to give this one to Green Bay, and Green Bay climbs into the 6th seed. So going into the last week of the year, we got the Eagles. They wrapped up the 1 seed. The Niners and Lions have the 2 and the 3 seed to duke it out for. They've both clinched their divisions. They're just playing for seeding 2 versus 3. And realistically, they're playing for who gets home field when they play each other in the divisional round. So both teams are going to want that one. Yeah, the Saints. Let me see about the Saints. Saints have wrapped up the 4 seeds, so the Saints have nothing to play for at all. So they're gonna lose that one. I'm gonna call it like that, right? So the Cowboys have absolutely nothing to play for, so they're gonna lose their matchup. The Eagles have absolutely nothing to play for, so they're gonna lose their matchup. And then, yep, all the other matchups are contested ones. So let's get the shit ones out of the way. You know what? Last week of the year, Tampa probably plays Kyle Trask. Fuck it. Carolina has nothing to lose. They need like here's the thing, right? People are going to be playing for their jobs. It's the last week of the year. Tampa really has nothing going on. Divisional game at home. Probably Frank Reich is gone by then. Give me the Panthers getting a win. I'm going to save this because this is a huge game. Bears Packers, that's another big one, another game with big implications. Seattle versus Cardinals, that's a big one too. Rams and Niners. Okay, yeah, I'll fill in the ones that feel obvious or not like particularly important first. Jets against Patriots. The Patriots always get this win, right? Patriots always get this win. It's got to break at some point. It really does, but do the Patriots sweep the Jets again? You know what? The Jets have extra rest. They'll get it done. Patriots at that point, realistically, like again, in our situation, they should be tanking for that last game. You know what? No. Chaos time. Let's give them the win. Let's give them the win. That's a huge game. That's a huge game. That's a huge game. Yeah, it's a huge game. Texans Colts is big. Oh, Texans Colts is that's potentially there's actually a lot of candidates for the Sunday night football game here. Jags Titans has playoff implications. Chiefs Chargers does as well. Denver against the Raiders. There's nothing to play for here. Both teams are out. Let me just see who I gave the first matchup to. I gave the first matchup to, or I lied. I didn't give anybody the matchup. The Raiders won the first game of the year, so I will give the Broncos. That's what happened, right? I'm not tripping. Raiders, week 1. Yeah, they got the W. So I give the Broncos the W in the last week of the year. So they finished there. Okay, let's go through it. Let's go through it. So I have Miami winning this. Yeah, because Buffalo smoked them, right? Yeah, Buffalo smoked them. And Miami played them tough last year down the stretch. So we're giving Miami the win here, knocking Buffalo out of the playoffs. And Buffalo's tumultuous season comes to an end. Baltimore, they're not losing to Pittsburgh twice. Baltimore gets the win. Um, Cleveland against Cleveland back. They have rest. They need the win. Browning on the other side. Cleveland gets a tough road win. Texans against Colts. Do I feel like calling a sweep here? Oh yeah, Colts won that first matchup. I'm not calling a sweep here. Texans get this win, knocking the Colts out of playoff contention. Hey, what's going on, Martaz? We're finishing the season. I'll finish this up and then we'll go through it and see what you think.
Let's go. Let's do it, bro.
All right, all right. Jaguars Titans last week of the year. Probably giving this game to Jacksonville. Yeah, they sweep the Titans. I'm trying to see when this first matchup was. Yeah, nah, fuck it. I'm giving them the sweep. A lot to play for. They got the win. Chiefs, Chargers. Chargers are highly unserious. Chiefs get the win. So, bro, the Chiefs got the 1 seed again. That's crazy. Over here, who did I give the first matchup? Okay, Lions get this one. I'm giving the Bears that last matchup. I don't think they get swept by Green Bay. Cardinals, Seahawks. Seahawks get the win. Niners get the win. Shit. Yo, the NFC is about to get crazy for those last 2 seeds. I got to figure out. Hold up. What do I have Green Bay doing down the stretch? Yo, you think the Packers beat the Giants, right?
Yes.
Do you think they beat the Panthers?
Yes.
So then the 2 wins that I have that need to be questioned, because mind you, I have them losing to the Chiefs and the Bears in the last week of the year. So the 2 wins we got to, I guess, talk about are in Minnesota and at home against Tampa Bay.
I don't know about Minnesota.
Minnesota's the tough one. I'm looking at it like Minnesota got that first matchup with Kirk. Bro, the thing is that game's a tough, like, that game could definitely go either way. But yeah, like, bro, the way this shook out, Green Bay gets the 6th seed at 9-8, right? That definitely gets Jordan Love like another year. But bro, like, even if they lose the game to Minnesota, they're out. If they lose the game to Tampa Bay, they're out as well. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Yeah, if they lose either game, they're out. Thing is, I really just don't rate Tampa like that, and it's going to come down to the Minnesota game. That's basically a playoff game with the way things shook out.
The thing is, though, the Packers do not do well against like an athletic quarterback. Their defense sucks against that type of quarterback. Like even the Chargers, they had him, bro. But Quentin Johnson just dropped a touchdown to win the game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I will give it to Minnesota. So I gave the matchup to Minnesota, and it swung it completely to where Minnesota gets the 6th seed. In either version, Seattle gets the 7th seed. They would play San Fran. Literally, it would be a rerun of last year where San Fran just smoked Seattle. We'd get Lions Vikings in the wild card round, having those 2 teams having played in week 16 and week 18. So that would be kind of crazy. And then, of course, the Saints would just get baptized by the Cowboys on Monday Night Football, because they put the Cowboys on Monday Night Football. But
yeah, of course,
bro, in the AFC, we got Texans Ravens in the wild
Peter's
card
backstage.
Matchup. Hey, what's going on, Peter? Nice cup.
Yo, what up? What up? Oh, you guys haven't seen me for like 2 weeks then.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Nah, I got this cut like 3 weeks ago almost now.
Damn, you must have got a baldy.
What's up?
You probably got like a baldy then, bro. It's still short.
Nah, my hair, like, I kind of comb it forward for the first month, so it doesn't look as big as it is.
Right.
But nah, I got a 3 on the top and 2 on the sides, I think.
Right.
But how's everybody doing?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good.
Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Major shout out.
That's gonna be grounding.
Hey, Peter.
So
down the stretch, Baltimore. Who do you think they have a better chance losing against, Jacksonville or Miami?
Definitely Jacksonville.
Okay, so I'm gonna give them because in this matchup, I got the Ravens losing. I had the Ravens losing 2 games down the stretch, but I'm looking at it and
I think we're beating both them niggas though, to be honest.
So I gave you guys the win against San Fran.
You know what?
Because you know what it is.
We're run the table, but we're not.
That's what it is. I got to give an L somewhere. Like 2, I feel like 2 feels like too many.
Give us an L to San Fran. Fuck it.
L to San Fran?
Yeah. Flip Jackson. Fuck it over it.
The Jags aren't good, bro. They're not good.
Who's not good?
Jacksonville.
I agree, but the Ravens are the most troll good team. So
No, the Ravens are good, bro. The Ravens are really, really good.
Yeah, but you look at our 3 losses, and all of them are completely inexplicably horrible.
But the Colts are a good team, no?
Yeah, but oh my god.
Stress.
Well, you shouldn't be you shouldn't be losing leads at home like that, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a long season.
Who else did you guys lose to? You guys lost to them. The Browns one was
Kenny Pickett and the final moments of Deshaun Watson's season.
Bro, and then that's just Mike Tomlin tax. It's gotta count for something.
That was a game we dropped 8 passes.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, but still, the aura of Mike Tomlin just,
No.
That's what led to that.
That's the most unforgivable L. I don't really care about the other ones, but the ball is in the end zone.
But other than that, you guys have played really, really good football still. Really good football. OBJ's coming alive, bro. It's good to see.
He wasn't really healthy at the beginning of the season.
I mean, yeah, makes sense because dude just came back from ACL, but he looks much better.
No, I had
Andrews is out though.
I can't.
At least they have Likely.
I can't believe that wasn't the first down.
Yeah, I feel like he fell backwards into it.
In my brain, the Aguilar pass was a first down for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's not do another direct snap. Jesus Christ.
Oh, they'll get this easy.
Bro, Gus bust.
Oh, he barely got it, but we got it.
Second effort. That's just bro, the guy did his best. The defender did his absolute best.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, y'all watch much football today?
Yes.
I watched some in the early window, but for the late window, my girlfriend and I went over to my parents for brunch. So not too much, I don't think.
I kept an eye on Texans Jags for the early window. I didn't really catch much else, but I irresponsibly watched a lot of Giants Patriots because I just felt like loser gets Drake May in that matchup. So I needed the Patriots to come through and lose that game, and they did. Shout out Tommy DeVito costing the Giants Drake May. That's my guy.
Daniel Jones they're gonna end up with Michael Penix Jr.
Bro, it's gonna be wild in New York.
No, Jaden Daniels.
Daniel Jones forever, bro. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out Tommy DeVito, man. My favorite Italian ever.
The early slate sucked, it was horrible. But the afternoon slate, oh my god, that was the best games ever.
Bro, Eagles, Bills,
god.
They just determined to give the neutrals a show. Bro, at every turn, we're gonna do something that keeps the neutrals entertained, but the actual fans of the team stressed.
Hey man, we'll take it.
Bro, yeah, just Eagles are getting in a habit of being down 10 at halftime but pulling it out. I don't like watching these games, but the end result is good, so I'll take it. But I just like to see my team just at least be like even at halftime, bro. Just please.
Bro, it's just Brian Johnson. Like,
Or
it's like
actually,
the first
like,
half, he just is dead.
bro, he just does the dumbest shit. And then once, like, here's the thing, right? We're without our right tackle, right? We got to scrub at
Yeah,
right
yeah.
tackle. It took the guy to the midway through the third to be like, maybe we should just run left. And we would just, the first drive in the third quarter where we got going, we just kept running left. And it was just like, it didn't need to take this long to figure it out.
Oh, fucking
That was right off
Aguilar.
Aguilar's hands.
Bro, Alam, you know what pissed me off? That little
What?
fumble.
Yeah.
Bro, why is Gainwell getting the important carries?
Yo,
What more
it's-
evidence do you need that he's
it's
not
so-
good? Like, he's not that guy. Every time you give the ball to Swift, bro, this guy's he averaged 7 yards a
I
carry.
was a little
today.
behind him, but like still, you got to catch that.
Bro, you know what
7
it
yards
is?
a carry, bro.
Bro,
Pissing me off.
I understand that Swift shouldn't get like 30 yards, 30 carries a game, but like we need to get a better guy than Gainwell to at least keep him on, like keep his touches respectable, right? Because Gainwell's out here like he has his okay moments, right? But it's like he has bad moments that wash away okay, right? Like he'd have to give us some more good to make up for the bullshit that happens. Like,
Bro.
a fumble inside the 5 against Washington, fumble today. Now I don't know if that's Hurts' fault or his fault. I don't know, but still, like Gainwell's on the field when the bullshit happens, so I'm just chalking it up to Gainwell. But bro, it's just like the play calling it just gets real nasty. Like they just insist on watching something fail for a quarter before adjusting, and I don't like it. But it is what it is. Like this is what we were defensively last year. We would just sit there and watch a thing go wrong for about a quarter, and then we'd figure it out. Yeah, it looks like that's what we're going to be offensively this year. It's frustrating, but again, like at the end of the day, we scored 30 points in the second half, so it's like I can't talk too much shit, but like whatever.
Bro, it makes no sense, right? You have a Hall of Fame a Hall of Fame center,
Yeah.
4 Pro Bowl offensive linemen, and you're the most physically dominant offensive line in the game.
So this is the thing, right?
D-line isn't good. Their interior sucks. Run it through the tackles with Swift.
Yo, so this is the thing, right? We didn't have the 4 Pro Bowlers today. We only have 2, but they were both on the left.
Yeah.
Like both of them were on just run fucking left.
It was so simple, and all you had to do is what you guys did was you kept running up the middle, and then the Bills were kind of cheating, and then you just went DeAndre Swift every single time, just juke, cut to the outside.
Yep,
easy
every single time. It was cash money. You know what it is? It's like the coaching staff is moving with a certain arrogance to where like we're gonna focus on plan A and just like force plan A to work and really watch it fail a bunch before going to plan B. Like there's an insistence that like, you know what, we're good enough for plan A to work. So we're gonna just like they almost like it's like they feel like they're conceding that they're wrong about their plan A. Like, you know, it's like they feel like adjusting is conceding that. And I just feel like I don't know. I get it that we're a very good team. We have good personnel. We can do a lot of things, but it's just like you don't have to be so stubborn about these specific things. Like I don't need to see so many bubble screens. I don't need to see running behind our terrible backup right tackle. Like just make the adjustment quick, and we can avoid having to win these games on like. Don't get me wrong. We're doing good things to get these wins, but bro, these last two games, we got so lucky. We got so lucky.
Valdez Scantling showed
the
only need the Eagles have. I think the only weakness in the entire roster, and that's the middle linebacker position. You guys need Darius Leonard, Shaq Leonard, it's no tomorrow. That's one of the weirdest releases. But you gotta go get him.
Yep. I mean, he might be cooked, but even if he's cooked, we'll still take him because today we played the second half of the game with 2 backups, right? Like obviously Nakobe Dean is out. I think he's gonna be out for like the year. And then
he is
our best linebacker this year, Cunningham, left the game in the third quarter. So we played with our backups and they played like dog shit, bro. It is what it is though. Like we figured it out in the end, but the way Buffalo ran the ball that last possession of regulation, I was kind of shocked. Like I did not think that Buffalo could run the ball like that. And again, like I brought this up earlier in the stream before you guys got here. The Eagles played 91 defensive snaps today, and I really think that showed towards the end of the game. Like Those guys they just did not have it towards the end. And that's like, again, I understand 91 snaps on a short week is a lot to play. And it makes me look at next week and think we're in a really rough spot against San Fran. If the defense doesn't show up like with energy,
Is
and
it a
if
home game or an away game?
it's a home game, which I think evens out as of right now, the Niners are 1-point road favorites. But again, there's a lot of injury. There's a lot of injury stuff up in the air, which I think is a big part of that. We'll see if we can get our linebacker back. We'll see if Fletcher Cox is okay. We're gonna see if Lane Johnson can play. There's a lot of injury stuff that's up in the air. But the way I look at it, I actually like the whole year before the year, I had the Eagles beating San Fran in this matchup. And I think there's certain parts of like my reasoning that I still agree with. It just feels like the Eagles are like they're due a loss at some point. So I think they'll probably drop a game against either San Fran or Dallas. But I think from that point onwards, we'll probably run the table.
Yeah, agreed. Hey, the Broncos though. What in the hell? What's going on with them, bro?
Hey man, wild card. They're coming back. I don't know.
Bro, here's the thing. How much Broncos have you guys actually watched? Because I've probably watched
none.
Bro, I've watched like 3/4 of football.
I watched.
They can run the ball. That's all I know.
I watched the guy from the Broncos miss the field goal and then make the field goal to win the game against the Bills, and that's about it.
Yeah,
that was great.
So down this stretch here, they got what is this?
What a play by Kyle Van Noy. That's one of the best plays I've ever seen.
This guy was really just on the couch like a month ago.
That's one of the best plays I've ever seen. He timed the jump and he got there. That's incredible.
By the way, speaking of the best plays I've ever seen, that field goal today by
Jake Elliott?
Jake Elliott is the best field goal ever. I know Justin Tucker got a crazy one in Detroit. In those conditions, a 60-yarder, which would have been good from 65, that's the best field goal ever.
Bro, so he's now 9 for 9 in field goals in the last 2 minutes of one-score games.
Got it.
That guy is super clutch. He's super clutch.
So good. He's so good.
Bro, I'm so. Was it the Bills need to lose all their games? Fuck it. I mean, I don't know. We got somebody wanting the Bills to tank. They definitely won't. But they have a bye week and then the Chiefs. I'll pull up the Bills. So Broncos can make a wild card. Okay, you got an ulterior motive.
No, the Browns are like with a rookie. Like the Browns are gonna start racking up losses. They're with Thompson Robinson for the rest of the season, man. I don't see how they get to the wild card.
No, he got injured.
Well, he got a concussion though. He got a concussion, so he'll probably miss next week. So the Browns down the stretch, they got the Rams, Jags, Bears, Texans, Jets, Bengals. So the tough
they're winning 2 of those games, maybe.
So the tough matchups there, definitely the Texans and the Jags.
And the Rams, dude. The Rams have like won 2 in a row now.
And that's probably the game that they have to play PJ Walker. So
that's healthy and he's balling, dude.
That's a L.
Look at the NFC wildcard picture. The Rams are not out of it either.
Yep.
Is that in LA or is that in Cleveland?
It's in LA.
Yeah, the Rams gonna kick their ass, man.
Yeah, and then I mean, like, if assuming they drop those first 2 games, Rams and Jags, that puts them at 7 and 7 and yeah. Say word, hold up. Yeah, that puts them at like 7 and 6. Then they play the Bears, which like give them the win.
I don't know if they're gonna win, dude.
Me neither. The Browns at home against the Bears.
When it's after our bye week. I don't know. Maybe we can win that, you know.
If the Bears are trying to win and Justin Fields like can stay upright, the Bears get out of their own way, they'll definitely have a chance to win. I don't know if you guys have been watching the action on the Bears betting lines ever since Fields came back in, dude. They went from being 10-point dogs every week, and now they're a 3-point dog in Minnesota.
As long as Eberflus takes that little fucking 6-foot stick up his asshole, he takes it out of that. We'll win some games.
Well, like the Bears are not that much worse than the current state of the Browns.
especially with Miles Garrett.
And the
Especially with
backups.
Miles Garrett hurt now.
And
I don't even
since
think I wasn't
they're
even thinking that. I'm thinking purely on the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
bro, their best thing is
I
their running game.
watched the Bears Lions game. I'm like, hey, like they shouldn't be this ass.
Yeah.
We have the number 1 rushing defense in the NFL.
Yep.
That's a good recipe against the Browns.
Yo, the Bears down the stretch, right? They got a road game against Minnesota tomorrow. Then they got a bye week. Then they got a home game against the Lions. So 2 divisional games where like they'll be in those games. Definitely winnable. Then they got that Browns matchup against potentially like God knows who play quarterback. Then they got the Cardinals, then the Falcons, then the Packers. The Bears have only winnable games down the
These
road.
fuckers lost one too many games.
No bullshit.
Lions game and the Broncos game, if they won one of those, you could sit there and be like, yeah, maybe if they win tomorrow.
Wait, what would we be if we won 2 of those? If we won both of those games,
You'd be 5-5 instead of 3-7, right?
No. We'd be 5-6 instead of
5-6 instead of 3-8.
Yeah,
5 and 6 with the opportunities.
Easy.
Yeah, because you guys like could very easily finish 5-1.
Yes. That's why those stupid losses are highly irritating if I was a Bears fan.
Yeah.
They didn't have to lose like that.
The Lions defense is actually so bad at this point. Like they've sustained just one too many injuries, and I really don't know if they're going to show up against anybody.
Yeah, their defense is cheeks. It's just Aiden Hutchinson and inshallah.
It's dog shit, bro. It's so bad.
I feel like
Brian Branch, but he can get burned in coverage.
So the Lions, to me, smell like frauds.
They are, 100%.
Bro, it's Jared Goff, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's why you don't do mediocre QBs. You see it with Geno Smith. Fucking bum over there as well.
Yeah. Yo, so here's the thing, right? I'm looking at the Lions the way I was looking at the Vikings last year, right? As an Eagles fan that's looking for my team to be the 1 seed, right? That team, like the Vikings last year, I'm like, that's my opportunity for the Eagles to play a 6 seed or a 7 seed in the divisional round. I'm looking at the Lions as that team this year. If they can get the right matchup in the wild card round and the Eagles can get another shit matchup, oh my God. Bro, did you guys see that play on 3rd and 17?
Hold on.
Nah. I saw a false start, but I didn't actually see what happened.
All right, watch 3rd and 17.
Third and 17.
Oh, that was lit.
That's fire. That's fire.
Wow.
Oh, nah, that's... Wait, so does he get the entire 17 yards or just the 5 or 10?
I don't know how they break that up. I think
I really don't know either.
17.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think Baltimore is challenging whether it was a forward pass or not, but I think it was definitely a backward pass.
It's definitely backwards. I don't know why we're challenging that. But yeah, I don't think. I think in terms of like teams that are not currently in the playoff picture that I think are best placed to make a run, I think the Rams and the Broncos will end up in the playoffs.
Let's check out the Rams rundown. Their matchup. So they got the Browns.
Just looked at it today.
They got the Browns, which we're giving them that win. Then they play Baltimore. They're taking the L there, right? Then they're playing Washington off a bye week. That's like they can definitely win that. It's just like, I mean, fuck it. No, Washington traded their edge rushers. They probably get that win. They got a home game against the Saints, who will be obviously that'll be a big game for the Saints. But again, the Saints can lose to anybody. But then they got the Giants. They have a mini bye, so like they have a extra rest on that week. And then the Niners in the last week of the year, where the Niners will probably have to play. So that's probably an L. But there's a small chance that the Niners have nothing to play for. So obviously that could be an automatic win if the Niners bench players.
Man. If they win 4 of their last 6 games, I don't know how the tiebreakers will break down with like Minnesota if Minnesota gets to 9 wins. But I think the Rams can take it.
In the current projection, they're in a 3-way tie with Minnesota and Seattle, where Minnesota gets the 6th seed, the Rams get the 7th seed, and
you guys think Seattle misses?
So here's my thing, right? Bro, so Seattle's next 3 games are Dallas, San Francisco, and Philly.
Ooh,
I'm pretty scared for them for those 3 matchups, the way they're playing right now. So
yeah,
assuming if they get smacked in all those games, they're 6-8 with a stretch run of Tennessee, Pittsburgh, and Arizona. So I have them winning out those last 3 games and being at 9-8. So you can sit there and say that like there's a chance maybe they get an upset in the like death part of their schedule, but then there's also a chance they like trick a game off in this easy part of their schedule. So I think
That's true.
9-8 for Seattle is like a pretty solid projection.
Damn.
Yeah, no, my thing is like I really thought they needed to be able to hang with San Fran to be like where they wanted to be, but they've just shown that they like Geno Smith took a big step backwards and it's looking bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like with our projection, it really looks like Detroit's good. Like that's a pretty strong guarantee for the 3 seed. So I'm looking at this 6 seed, like Minnesota, LA, whoever it is. I need them to cook for me in the wild card round.
Hey man, Minnesota versus Detroit.
Hey, and Peter, Minnesota and Detroit are going to play in week 16 and week 18. So it'll be one of those things where a divisional opponents could play 3 times in a month. And like with those kind of situations, honestly, they'll have such good familiarity. That game's a toss-up. Oh, bring Minnesota to Philly for the divisional round. Please, God.
Hey man, Josh Dobbs legacy game.
Yo, the Panthers are losing out, right? That's what you have?
Well, let's see their
so here's
schedule,
the thing.
probably.
So the thing is, they would have to fraudulently win some divisional games.
I don't know if they're losing all these games though.
So you know what it is? I gave them. The thing is, they play. Where is it? They play 1, 2, 3, 4 divisional games down the stretch. Those games just tend to be like close games for
Who do
no
they have
reason.
in the last game?
The last game is a home game against a Tampa team that may have nothing to play for. So if Kyle Trask is playing in that game, I'm giving that to the Panthers. And the thing is, they have a chance against the Falcons because the Falcons are just a really dumb team, and just like historically, that's a team they tend to do okay against. So I don't know. The thing with the Panthers is just like, obviously they're like by far the worst team in football, but I think they're gonna fire their coach soon, and like they could get like new manager bounce type shit going on. They need to find an Antonio Pierce.
You think they're gonna fire Frank Reich like midseason?
So apparently the owner walked out of the locker room and yelled "fuck" on his way out. So I don't know. But yeah, they say the owner is an impatient guy. They say the owner is a really impatient guy. So we'll see. I don't know.
I think they should.
Definitely, but I think Frank Reich is like the way. Just think about the last 2 seasons he's coached. How bad the Colts were last year with like a respectable roster, and just how bad the Panthers are to where like, no, the Panthers aren't good, but they should not be this bad. Like that guy's just a shit coach.
Yeah.
Like Shane Steichen has the Colts competent, like just by being competent himself.
Bro, they have such a good offense.
Bro, I'm telling you, I actually don't know how to process the fact that Gardner Minshew is playing better this year than he did last year with Shane Steichen, with better weapons in Philly. But he's legitimately playing a lot better this year.
Yeah, it's actually crazy.
Yep.
Yo, do we think the Colts are gonna make the wild card?
Let's look at their schedule. I have them 1 game out with this current projection, and the projection that I have for them, so I have them beating the Titans, beating the Colts, beating the Bengals, beating the Steelers. So they run off 3 games in a row, puts them on a 6-game win streak. Then I just have them losing out down the stretch is crazy. I got to give them a win here. So then they got the Falcons, Raiders, and Texans down the stretch. The Texans in week 18 is going to be tough. The Raiders are playing good football, but they can win a lot of these games. I have them, now that I gave them a win, they're making the 7 seed right now.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, that's the thing is just
we
like,
have
I don't
a 4-way tie at 7?
Yeah, we have a 4-way tie at 7, a bunch of 10 and 7 teams. But Cleveland has too many wins now that I'm looking at it.
Like, really go look at that. Do we
So
really?
I have Cleveland getting 3 wins down the stretch. The Jets, the Bengals, and the Bears.
I don't know if they win all 3 of those, man.
Jets, Bengals, Bears. I think they drop one of them for sure.
And then the losses I have them losing to the Rams, Jags, and Texans. I feel pretty good about all of them. So, yeah, okay. Well, Bears or Jets. I think the Jets could do it because they have the defensive line. I think like my thing with the Bengals is I think by the end of the year the Bengals will just be like resting good players. Like they will not be playing Jamar Chase in Week 18. You know, so I do think the Browns they're gonna have extra rest too because the game against the Jets is a Thursday game the week before. I think the Browns definitely beat the Bengals in Week 18. But yeah, the Jets, Bears, honestly, both those games are losable because Fields at this point, like, think about it. If you can't run the ball against the Bears and your rookie quarterback has to make plays and Fields can just run, right? Like, yes, the Browns have they have a great pass rush, but Fields can just run away from good pass rushes. He did it against Philadelphia last year.
Scroll to the top of your standings for that. Damn.
Wait, can you take the comment down real quick?
Oh, true.
Alam, you have the Ravens taking 5 losses?
Do I? My screen froze. Let me see.
Yeah.
So 2 more losses?
So actually, no, I changed this before. It changed actually, yeah. So the Ravens, they got the 1 loss against San Fran now.
Okay, so scroll up. So that makes the Ravens a 2 and the Jaguars 3. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, that
Jaguars 13-4. What?
Look at the schedule.
Well, look at their schedule.
Look
It's
at their
dog
schedule.
shit.
So they play at this point. They play the Bengals, the Browns, the Ravens, which I have losing. I have them losing to. Then they play the Bucks, the Panthers, and the Titans.
Oh man!
Like here's the thing, right? I'm open to them dropping a game that they should win, but like that means that the room for error there is just 1. So that still puts them at like 12-5. But now you have to pick the shit team that they lose to. Like I really don't think they can lose to the Panthers. I really don't think they're losing to the Titans. I'm open-minded to Tampa pulling some fuckery off. Like they're back against the wall kind of a team at this point in Week 16. I'm not open-minded to Cleveland because I just think it's a little bit too dire. And that's Week 14. Like we don't know if Myles Garrett will be healthy. That's a little too soon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, bro, the Jaguars don't play anybody. Bro, there's a bunch of teams here like you wouldn't expect that don't play anybody. Denver's the other team. By the way, if we give Denver one more win, it becomes a 5-way tie at 10-7. But I have Denver splitting the season. Like they split 2 matchups against the Chargers, lose to the Lions and the Texans.
You have them losing to the Raiders in the last week?
Oh shit, yeah, that's 2. No, I have them beating the Raiders. Yeah. So I looked at it and they lost to the Raiders in the opening week. So I think they just get that. Like I look at a lot of these matchups where I think divisional teams are close. I'm just predicting the split.
Okay.
So yeah,
what if you have them beating the Chargers in Week 14?
I have them just splitting because they play the Chargers in Week 17 as well. I just got them
beating the Chargers in that away game.
That puts them in the 7th seed in the 5-way tie.
Yes, this is what we fucking need.
Yeah,
that's a 6-way tie.
Oh,
no, it's 5. It's 5. I can't see.
But hold up, let me see if we can get Houston a loss.
Put the Texans in there?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Let's get Houston another loss. So I got them winning against.
Let's just pretend, right? Houston loses.
Oh, bro! I'm just looking at this right now. I got them losing a game to the Titans here, which I think
let's say Aaron Rodgers comes back and they lose to the Jets.
Cool. They're out. So the bottom 3 of the 6-way tie are the Texans, Steelers, and Bills that don't make it, and we got the Browns, Broncos, and Colts getting it done.
That I feel like that group of teams, that 3 teams, is worse than the 3 teams below them.
That's so funny.
Oh man, that would be something, wouldn't it?
We're out here cooking. Oh, by the way, we have a 3-way tie for the worst record in football. So let me see if I can find the draft order.
It would be the Panthers, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
think so.
because their strength of schedule.
It doesn't go to conference record and stuff like that. Fumble!
So it would be Panthers, Patriots, Cardinals.
That's our ball. Yes.
Let's go.
Yo, the Chargers have
let's
4
go.
turnovers.
Jadavian, my son.
Yeah, I gotta see. Hold up. Who did I give the? Oh, I had the Patriots beating the Jets. I think. Yeah, in Week 18, I got the Patriots fucking up Caleb Williams by beating the Jets because they always do. But also, like, they should get a win if I'm giving Carolina 2 wins. So.
Yeah, Carolina 2 wins is crazy. Not gonna lie,
bro. It doesn't look like it, but bro, divisional matchups. I'm just looking at it like things could change if they fire their coach.
Carolina versus who? The Falcons?
Could they though? Bro, their roster stinks.
But okay,
I don't think it stinks this bad though.
Murtaza, I'll be honest.
It does.
I've watched 3 NFC South games this year, maybe.
They have 4 left.
And like I'm telling you, the Panthers, like none of those teams are good.
But divisional games are always
way
close
worse.
for no reason.
Think about it today, right? The Saints lost because Derek Carr threw a 92-yard pick six. That's essentially why they lost, right?
Yeah.
The Bucks, they just kind of have Baker and are just kind of chilling.
They're 1 snap away from it being Kyle Trask's season.
They have Desmond Ridder and fucking Heineke playing Russian roulette for quarterback. Like, I think the Panthers are definitely the worst team in the group, but I don't think they're so much worse that they can't win one of those games.
1 fair, 2.
Even if they win 2, aren't they the 1 seed though?
Yep. Even with 2 wins, I have them as the 1 seed because I gave the Cardinals and Patriots a win. That's the thing, right? Like the slant here is that they're like teams there are just gonna get wins because like that happens in the NFL.
Yeah.
But realistically, like somebody's gonna finish with 2 wins. Like not all 3 of them are gonna get to 3. So like somebody's gonna lose out, and it's probably gonna be Carolina because they are the worst team. But like, mind you, I'm giving the Patriots a Week 18 win against the Jets, and I'm giving the Cardinals a win against.
Yo, can you go to the Packers schedule, Alam?
Yeah. We can. Yo, the Packers schedule is like every game is winnable.
Let's get weird. Okay, so
except the Chiefs.
Just pretend, right?
No, let's not get weird.
Let's just pretend, right? The Packers beat the Bears in the last week. What happens?
Bro, Peter, I had them beating the Vikings before Murtaza got here. He talked me out of it. But like, yeah, the Packers are in the playoffs if they get one more win in this projection.
The Packers can get to the playoffs with the worst playoff quarterback of the year, without a doubt.
Bro, the Packers.
Who would they play?
The Niners.
Oh, they would play. They would.
The Niners, bro. We're running it back. Packers Niners playoffs. They get absolutely like R-worded, bro. Legit.
Yo,
Mason Greenwood.
Murtaza, this is like you should be cheering for a playoff appearance
so
that Jordan Love gets a big bag.
Give them the Bears game. Give them the Bears game as well.
I did. I gave them the Bears game, bro.
Give them the Vikings game. Yeah, give them the Vikings game.
Put them in the 6th seed. Oh, bro. Run it back. Packers Thanksgiving. Run that playbook back. Green Bay in Philly.
Those would be better matchups just to watch.
Please give
Packers
me Philly
Lions. I think it would be hilarious in the playoffs.
I think Niners Rams is actually like at least a watchable game, whereas the Seahawks matchup they would just destroy the Seahawks. But I think the Rams they keep it competitive with the Niners.
To be fair, we do want this because we want a Jordan Love extension. We want him to get paid,
bro.
I don't think they should extend him either way, dude.
No, I think they should, to be fair.
Bro, we need to run the Daniel Jones playbook back.
You just want them to do that so they're mediocre forever.
That may or may not be true.
Well, I don't see why you're being middle here. I get it.
You need to cheer for the Daniel Jones playbook, bro. Get the Fugazi wildcard win against a stupid NFC North team. Go to Philly in the divisional round and just get absolutely baptized. Get the contract extension for the quarterback for no reason. Like we've seen this story before. Shout out the Giants.
Facts. Actually, take 2 wins off us, bro. I want Marvin Harrison, please.
Okay, hold up. Let me see where that pick is in the draft order. As of right now, the Bears pick is number 4 overall.
Okay, hold on.
We're not getting him.
You think in this hypothetical, right, with this draft order.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that don't you think Marvin Harrison Jr. would just drop to 4?
No chance.
So what do you have the Cardinals doing here?
Who's
Like,
taking him?
Who are the Cardinals taking, bro? They already drafted Paris Johnson Jr. They're not getting either of Caleb or Drake May.
But bro,
do they need another receiver? I'm confused.
I mean, he's the best prospect in the draft. He's a better prospect than Caleb even.
Okay, so do you think the Patriots would trade up for number 1, maybe?
Dude, that would be madness.
With us, I don't think we'd give him up.
No, number 1 pick in the draft.
I understand. We wouldn't give up Caleb.
You think if the Bears have that pick, they're definitely drafting him?
If the Bears have the number 1 pick, I think Fields is gone.
Interesting.
Here's my thing.
Although
right?
I would run it back with Fields. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll be honest. If Fields ends the season solid, I'm not getting rid of him and going back to a rookie.
Bro, the Fields hate is insane. I would just
the only reason I would do that if I was the Bears is if I fired the GM and the coach. And whoever got brought in unanimously agreed that they wanted to start over.
Yeah. If you're the Bears, right? If you trade from 1 to 2, at that point, like you just trade from 2 again, right? Like you don't just stop there.
Yeah, exactly.
You trade out of Caleb, you do not take a quarterback. You go from 2 to somewhere else.
Dumb enough to trade up for Drake May, yeah.
There's gonna be teams.
Someone's gonna do
it.
In this situation, I think the Commanders here we have them losing a shit ton of games. I think Sam Howell only needs a couple games to earn himself the spot next year.
I disagree, man. They're going to be in for a new coach as well.
What do they got down the schedule?
No, they're getting. They already have their new coach, bro. Eric Bieniemy.
That's true.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the schedule here. They're taking like a bunch of L's down the stretch. So that situation isn't even going to happen because
pull up the draft order again with this.
Bro, Cowboys, Dolphins, Niners, Rams, like the Jets and the Cowboys in the last week are their only winnable games. All right, yeah, draft order.
So, let's say like somehow the Patriots get number 1, right? Either if it's through trade or
I'll make it happen right now. I'll make it happen right now.
Yeah, you know what you got to do? Yeah. You know what you got to do? Just give the Panthers a bullshit win.
I gave them 2, bro.
Yeah. But I could see the Giants doing it.
Yeah, so I got the Patriots at the top of the draft right now.
You see the Giants trading up to number 2?
Yes, to get what's his face, Drake May.
Bro, I'll be honest. I think the Giants just run it back with Daniel Jones for another year.
No, they also have an out after year 2, and he's definitely out until at least like week 10 next year. I mean,
he tore everything, but he had surgery, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Bro, he'll be back in like the season doesn't start till like the second week of September. That's like almost 10 months away. He'll be out there. I don't know if he'll be good, but like I don't see because I don't think the Giants coaching staff is actually going to get fired.
Yeah.
Considering how good they were last season and they had the Daniel Jones injury as like an excuse.
And they've won 2 games in a row with DeVito, bro. That's going to get a lot of clout. Like, that's going to get them a lot of clout.
I just don't think they're the type of club to send their entire coaching staff packing after one bizarre year. I think they probably wouldn't be horribly off blowing it up.
Yeah.
I just don't think they will.
Okay, so Herbert's he's back. Well, I lied. He's playing. But my kind of read on the Giants and the Commanders situation is like I think they would absolutely get rid of their quarterbacks for Caleb or Drake May. I just don't think they would pivot from those guys to like a JJ McCarthy or like the other guys.
Yeah.
I think they'd lie to themselves about those quarterbacks in comparison to those guys.
I'll be honest. Wow, Justin Herbert almost ran for a touchdown. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
You know what I think though?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, Peter.
I was gonna say, like, everybody's seeing fucking Caleb Williams and Drake May as like these prospects that are can't miss and all these things, and it's like, bro, some of these teams that are high up in that draft order don't really need a quarterback that bad.
Yeah.
Some of them need better coaching and better schemes more than anything.
Oh yeah. No, so that's the thing. If you think about the trade up to 2 here, there's actually not a lot of natural partners. Because if you look at teams like the Commanders and Giants, right? I think the trade up from their spots is a franchise resetting move because your team is going to be so shit if you strip the draft capital from like your assets, right? The teams need a lot more help than just free agency can get you, and you're essentially like saying let's go to ground zero if you make that trade up to 2, which like you said, if you don't think the Giants are firing their whole staff, that's probably not what that organization tries to do. And then if you don't think, well, I mean, Washington's probably getting rid of everybody but the enemy. So like his say there is probably going to mean a lot. And like the thing is not that this actually matters because it doesn't, but Sam Howell leads the NFL in passing yards. Like it's an easy lie to tell.
I think Washington would be the team that would trade up most will, them or Tennessee.
I
Yeah,
think
they also got new owners, right? So
yeah, so
maybe
Washington
they're just
has
trying to
new
get a
owners.
toy.
They have new owners and draft capital because they got an extra second and third from the 2 trades for their edge rushers, right? And like here's the thing, their owners are gonna like clean everything out except the enemy probably. So I think his say on the quarterback position would mean a lot if he's the one that's retained. If he's the lone guy standing, I think his say would mean a lot.
No, 100%. I just don't see the Giants in the position they're probably going to be in doing it. Titans, maybe, but I think the Titans, I don't know, man. Is Vrabel's job safe? I have no idea.
Apparently it's not, but also it's like it's not even just a Titans versus him. Like apparently he kind of doesn't really fuck with a whole lot that's going down over there. Like, I know there's a couple like apparently like there's video footage of him while AJ Brown is getting traded, just like giving like death eyes to the GM. And then apparently he also really wasn't a part of the people that liked Will Levis going in. So it's just like apparently he doesn't really feel like that's his team, and he might think that he's done enough and Tennessee's shit enough in a lot of ways for it to be his team.
Mhm.
But there's a kind of rumor that like he might just not want to be there anymore either. So that organization, they just hired the GM this past offseason. They might finally like give him the keys to the franchise without Vrabel there, but like, yeah, I don't know. They could probably hit the reset button because it's year 2 of the GM's
I think
tenure there.
if they do, I look for
Yeah.
them to trade up. If they don't, for whatever reason, I don't see it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, kind of similar to my points about the Giants and Commanders. When you're a team that's like not good, to part with all that draft capital for a quarterback, you're taking a step back before you take a step forward. That's a
100%.
franchise reset, and you can't do a franchise reset in year 3 or 4 of your like tenure there as a coach or a GM. It's too late. You don't have the time in year 3 or year 4 to hit the reset button. That's a year 1, year 2 move. So
Yeah.
Washington is in the conversation because their guys calling the shots will be early in their tenures, right? The Titans probably are candidates because if Vrabel's gone, the guys there will be early in their tenure. Giants, like Peter said, if those guys aren't getting fired, those guys are in year 3. It's time to get some results, right? They can't make a franchise resetting move. The Chargers, obviously not, right? The Falcons, again, guys are in year 3, year 4. I don't know if you can just like take a team that's already not good enough and just like get rid of all your draft capital. But like, who knows? I just don't think Atlanta would do it. I think Tampa is primed in a spot to reset, but like, will
That's
they
a
do
long
it?
way to trade up against 2 teams that are likely going to be trying to trade up.
Yep, it's a long way to trade up.
If you swap the Panthers and the Patriots, that might be 3 teams.
It's a long way to trade up, and I think, yeah, I don't know if their coach is on the hot seat or not. But if he's gone, that GM has a lot of job security. That roster is in a place where resetting makes sense. I don't know. Again, I don't know what they would want to do, but yeah, if they get a little bit higher in the order, they're contenders.
I see that from 10-1 is crazy.
I mean, we saw 9-1 this offseason. It just also you can see why that maybe isn't the best idea.
Yeah, but it's not for a like Caleb Williams is a more highly touted prospect than Bryce Young was.
Yeah, but I mean, the Panthers, obviously they made a lot of bad moves this offseason.
No, 100%. But like my point is, a Bryce Young is going to have a heavier buy-in price to the sweepstakes, or
Right.
a Caleb Williams than a
Caleb,
Bryce.
yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, a trade
I
up
just
from
think
10-1
is too far in this case.
10-1 for Caleb would be like a higher price than a lot of the other number 1 overall picks, because basically Bryce Young was what? Murtaza, it was basically 3 firsts and 2 seconds?
3 firsts, 2 seconds, and DJ Moore.
I thought DJ Moore basically counted as one of the first. Because you guys only have the pick next year, right? You don't have it the year after.
Wait, so it was the pick swap.
I think it was the pick swap, a first
DJ
and
Moore,
I think.
DJ Moore, and then a second in 2025.
Yeah. So then what? It's 3 firsts and 1 second? Oh, fuck it. I'll just look it up.
No, it's 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and DJ Moore. That's what it is.
Y'all got a fucking breakdown, or do I have to read?
Yeah, right there. It says the compensation. Second paragraph.
I trade number 1 overall pick, full package, a 9th overall pick, a 2nd round pick, a 1st round pick, a 2nd, and DJ Moore. So yeah, I'm counting DJ Moore as a 1st round pick in terms of value. So that's 3 firsts and 2 seconds, right? The RG3 trade is a pretty good benchmark for like trading for a franchise quarterback to number 2 overall. And I think he was 3 firsts and 1 second. So 10-1 for Caleb, you're probably looking at like more than both of those trade compensations.
Yeah, I don't see it, man.
But with Tampa, again, like we're saying, they have to lose games to get higher in the draft for that to make sense. I have them going 2-4 down the stretch, and I have them taking some I got them losing to the Saints and the Packers and the Panthers. That's a lot. Like that's already a lot. So I don't know if they're going to lose more than this. If anything, they're actually further back in the order, and that's obviously just makes it even harder.
You know what I could also see, which I was going to say earlier, is if we somehow have the 2nd, right, and Caleb's off the table, I could just see us taking Marvin at 2.
That's possible. That's definitely possible.
Because I don't think he makes it past Arizona. I don't think so.
Right.
You don't think a team would trade you a fucking haul to get up to 2 and do some dumb shit, though?
But also, like the conversation,
May isn't like that though. May isn't.
But also, no, Murtaza, our conversation.
Murtaza, we're not actually like saying whether May is worth it. We're just kind of asking the general question: is a team desperate enough to do some illogical shit like that? And if so, how illogical would the shit have to be for the Bears to be like, you know what, Marvin Harrison Jr., we don't need you. We're good.
Unless I think Washington's probably the best candidate for that. Because the new owners and all that, you had that stuff. And they potentially have a receiver to trade away. Because they have Dotson and McLaurin. So, a 3 technique, which we need.
I don't think the Bears lack talent receiver-wise at all.
I think we do, bro. Outside of DJ Moore, we got no one.
I think a lot of that, I think, sure, a wide receiver 2 would be nice. But whenever I see the Bears, I think, why is the quarterback running for his life? And why did most of these throws only go 8 yards down the field? Why don't people run further down the field?
Bro, that's why, bro. They can't catch Darnell Mooney. He's our number 2 right now. So he got an ankle injury last year. Ever since that, he's been cheeks. I'm a big Darnell Mooney fan, but he's been cheeks.
I'm just not super sure about using a top 5 pick for what would come in the league and be a number 2 receiver. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. But
I'm not even a top 5 pick. I'm not sure about using the number 2 pick to do that. When there's another quarterback out there that people lie to themselves about and say is like Jesus.
Right.
Yeah, maybe. And then you could
Like,
probably just take the risk of
can we
getting
look at Arizona's schedule?
Yep. So we got Pittsburgh bye week, San Francisco, Chicago, Philadelphia, Seattle. So I think the winnable games there are Chicago, which I got them beating here, and Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, who I have them losing to.
Can we
and
give them an
Seattle.
irrational win?
What was that, Peter?
Can we give them an irrational win?
Sure, if you want. I think like the best win to give them here is Pittsburgh.
Okay, let's do it. Their offense is trash.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
what
I
happens to
actually
the draft order now?
I
They
saw
go down
this.
to like
I
5?
saw the spread. They go down to they're still at 3 here.
What the fuck?
So in this case, yeah.
Oh,
So
they would need 2 wins.
the
Fuck.
Charger. So, but Peter, in this scenario, the next worst teams are the a bunch of 5-win teams. Like I have a bunch of teams at 5 wins. I have 5 teams at 5 wins, right? So there's a pretty clear marked out top 3 that it would take a lot for those teams to like Patriots, Panthers, Cardinals. It would take a lot for those teams to get out of the top 3.
Gotcha. Okay, so the Cardinals are the stumbling block here.
Yeah, and mind you, in this
fuck, man, the idea of taking a receiver top 3 is crazy, but like I kind of get it.
Here's the thing. Let me look up the last couple of drafts. Like, where have the receivers been going?
2023 was Jackson went pick number 20.
Yeah, so Jason, the receivers there aren't really comparable, but he went 20, right? And the next draft before that, Drake London, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Jameson Williams, they went 8 onwards. That's still not really comparable. 2021, there it is.
It's going to happen in this draft.
Jamar Chase 5, Waddle 6, Devontae Smith 10. So like the Jamar Chase Waddle territory is like I would put Harrison at like Jamar Chase level. Right? And
Bro,
Jamar
I think
Chase
he's
went 5.
better than Chase.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's totally like 100% possible. He also might be better than Chase in the pros, but I think they're in the same tier regardless of who's better. Like to me, they're in the same tier.
But the thing is, like you see the prospects in this draft, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they're that much like they're better than the prospects in the others, if that makes sense. Like Zach Wilson had a crazy pro day. That's why he got hyped. The Niners are just weird and like Trey Lance.
Look at it this way. Look at what happened in this draft, right? Quarterback that should have went number 1 overall went number 1 overall. Teams reached for quarterbacks that they needed at 2 and 3. Now, we don't think there's as many teams that are needed to reach, but San Francisco traded from like 27 to 3 to get Trey Lance, right? Because like, where do they trade from? They traded from
12,
somewhere
12.
crazy. Oh, 12. I lied. I had that wrong. They traded from 12 to 3 to get Trey Lance, right? Like that 12 to 3 trade is like, you look at it and say it's not possible, but like how good of a prospect was Trey Lance? And then like how crazy is it to say that like another quarterback could have a Trey Lance like pre-draft process where people just get stupid about them? You know, like the 1, 2, 3 quarterback, like it's probably not likely, but it's possible. Also, it doesn't make any sense that quarterbacks went 1, 2, 3 here. Look how stacked this draft class is, bro. You got Kyle Pitts, who's like obviously is struggling, but like people know his ability. Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Penei Sewell, J.C. Horn, Pat Surtain, Devontae Fields, Michael Parsons. Bro, let's say stacked draft class. And illogically, quarterbacks went 1, 2, 3. That is very much on the table this year. Right?
Yeah,
like,
I think we are collectively assuming the Cardinals are gonna be too rational.
And like something to keep in mind with the Cardinals here, right? Like they were sitting at 3 and traded out last year. What if they do the same thing this year? What if they say, you know what? We really liked how Kyler played. We don't even look at his contract and see some unreasonable numbers. Let's just get
He missed from 44. Are you kidding me?
Tucker, man, what the hell?
Are you kidding?
Bro.
Man, I'm just looking at this again. Shout out to the Dolphins for giving us an extra first-round pick to go up and get Waddle and let us get Devontae. Devontae and a first instead of Waddle is crazy.
But yeah, I could see a team moving up to 3.
Yeah, because Peter, you and I were talking about how like insane a trade to 1 would be, right? But a trade to 3 is a lot more reasonable for a team to make from like 10 to 15.
Of course.
And I look at a team like Minnesota, right? They're gonna have to call a shot at the quarterback position, and like I like Dobbs. I don't think Dobbs is like a shot that anybody calls. The word around Minnesota last year is that they tried to trade up for they were Bryce Young or nothing. So they talked about the number 1 overall pick. Once they realized they couldn't make a deal, they were out on the quarterback position as a whole. But that same GM is still in the job. I wouldn't be surprised if now, after Kirk Cousins leaves in free agency, they have Dobbs, which honestly, Dobbs would be a phenomenal bridge, right? Go get your young prospect, keep Dobbs, and go next year. So like Vikings moving up from 13 to 3, like that's on the table.
I don't know. I wasn't even thinking Vikings. I was more thinking like Falcons are right there, boss.
That's there too, bro. There's options.
I think that's like prime Jaden Daniels territory. With the way he likes to do the RPO stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's prime Jaden Daniels. What you say, Peter?
So I don't know, man. 9 for that quarter. You think a quarterback will fall to 9?
Hey, Jaden Daniels would.
Let me.
Is he the quarterback of Florida?
LSU.
Okay.
So I'm gonna look at a mock draft here for you guys that aren't familiar. There's a guy named Charlie Campbell who year in year out has one of the most accurate final mock drafts, and I've been following this man's mock drafts for like 6-7 years now. So we're gonna see where he's at now. Obviously, it's early. This shit doesn't mean anything, but he has Caleb 1 and he has Marvin Harrison Jr. going 2. Holy shit. Drake May 3, edge rusher to Chicago at 4, JJ McCarthy at 5 to the Giants, offensive tackle 6, offensive tackle 7.
Quarterback is top 5.
That's crazy. That
guy's dog shit,
bro. He's top 5
he might
for
be
handoffs.
He might be this year's dog shit quarterback that gets picked high. But we'll see. Like again, he's getting mocked high a lot. I think that'll probably change. We got offensive tackles up until actually Jaden Daniels 8 to Atlanta, like Murtaza is talking about. Offensive tackle again, bro. There's a lot of offensive tackles at the top of the draft. Offensive tackle at 11.
Wait, what? Wait. Go up. Who does he have 11?
Olufashanu. Bro, he has
this guy
him
high
right now at the 4th offensive tackle off the board.
Yeah, he's high. No way.
There's a lot of Brock Bowers is late. Bro, where's the net? Where are the quarterbacks? We'll see how this ages.
Dallas Turner. What?
Bro, I'm looking for the quarterbacks. Neighbors 18. Keon
Malik
Coleman,
Neighbors. Nah. He's definitely high.
Bro does not have quarterbacks going. He got 4 quarterbacks in the top 10. Oh, bro, Murtaza, do you remember this receiver, Legit?
I think so, yes.
Remember when we were watching North Carolina, South Carolina, and this random South Carolina receiver was going crazy, and we're like, who is this guy? The guy's mocked in the first round now a lot.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, he's like, they talk about him like Debo Samuel, AJ Brown, guy that's like not particularly tall, but just built like a tank. But yeah, again, like mock drafts right now mean next to nothing, but I think what we saw clearly there is that a lot of offensive tackles are going to go high. 4 quarterbacks in the top 10 is what was mocked there. That seems reasonable. Yeah, it doesn't really look like. I mean, what? There's a couple edge rushers there. There's Brock Bowers, obviously, but like, I feel like this is a draft where it looks like the top 12 will kind of be set.
Yeah,
I'm looking at these teams, bro. The Giants could probably take a tackle. The tackle need. There's a bunch of teams here that really need offensive tackles.
Commanders need one.
Like
The Giants need one.
the Falcons and Bucks could chill. The Chargers, what? The Chargers have Slater. Who's their right tackle?
I don't know. Bro, the Titans could use one. They don't have a
Bro, the
left
Titans
tackle.
could use one in the worst way. Bro, Andre Dillard got benched.
Yeah.
They gave that guy $10 million a year. Got benched halfway through his first year.
The Bengals could use a tackle. I also think like because next
the
year
Bengals
I
are
don't know if you've
definitely
been
going to take a tackle.
I don't know if you've been watching Luther Burden,
Who's that?
the wide receiver out of Mizzou.
Oh yeah, I've heard about the Missouri wide receiver. Yeah,
Bro, he's crazy.
apparently
is
he's
like,
cooking, but his team is just really bad.
Bro, he's at Mizzou, so like
Yeah.
it is what it is. But
not
he's
wide receiver
insane.
you. Not wide receiver
He's wide receiver 1 next year. Like he's a top 5 pick, legit. He's
what kind of
insane.
receiver is he?
Bro, he has everything. He has speed. He has route running. He has hands. He's really good.
Is he tall? Is he short? Like,
Let me actually see. Luther Burden.
also, this game got fucking interesting out of nowhere. I kind of
He's
just been
5'11".
passively watching this. Okay, it's lit, bro.
He was
you're
a
joking.
5th overall recruit.
You're joking. I hate the Chargers offense with my whole heart, man.
Wait, don't say anything. Don't say anything. I have a huge parlay on this game.
Good.
Bro, 25 bonus bet to win 187. Don't say anything. Don't say.
I feel like the right tackle jumped earlier there. Yeah, that's true. All right, don't spoil it because I'm not here.
Yeah, I won't spoil it.
Okay, 4th and 6. 4th and 6. All right. Here we go. Here we go.
That's a good
All right,
blitz
bro.
call.
Who's on Keenan Allen, bro? Someone guard him.
That's a good blitz call. That's the same slot blitz Arthur Millette was running, I want to say, in the game.
Yes! Fuck yes! Intentional grounding. No one in the area. Give intentional grounding as well. Yeah, pull out the flag.
Bro, the Ravens either get a first down and ice this game or they don't. But the thing is, that's a slant to Eckler on 3rd and 6 is criminal. It's criminal. A slant to your running back.
I didn't realize it was to Eckler, but I think throwing slants on downs like that with how the Ravens DBs have been playing all game is crazy.
To a running back is actual, like, that's a fireable offense.
I think they did call grounding, Murtaza.
Yeah, they did.
Let's go, man. We're in field goal range.
Are you trying to get another point out of this?
No. I just at least we could get a field goal. So they have to go score a touchdown if they get the ball back.
Good brother, they're just gonna get a first down and end this game.
That would be plan A, yes.
I like Lamar
to
Jackson, Gus Edwards read option on 3rd down. It's cash money. Like we're about to wrap this stream up in about 45 seconds or some shit.
Man, feels good. Feels good.
I'm so glad I didn't start this game, by the way.
Yeah.
I would have just been so annoyed. I'd be like, bro, I got work at 6 tomorrow.
Nah, bro, you paying money to stay up and then seeing Justin Tucker miss would be ass.
I would have actually lost my shit in the stadium. Also, I would have missed Devin Booker's game winner today.
That's facts.
Hey, man, Suns 7 wins in a row. The bandwagon is open for anyone who wants to switch.
Bro, I've been doing NBA parlays with just points. Devin Booker, bro. It's so easy. When KD doesn't play, just bet his points and assists. Easiest thing ever. It's so easy. And get Eric Gordon 20 points.
Hey, Eric Gordon, he shoots the most disrespectful threes. It kills me. He shoots them from like 30 feet. And I'm just like, bro, why are you doing that? The line is 5 feet in front of you.
I feel like he has a low release. It's probably he just wants the space, but like, bro, he started playing for the
You know what it
Bahamas and
is?
he's been acting different ever since.
Eric Gordon's built like a running back, so he's strong as fuck. So he can use the low release, and his
Yeah.
shoulders will just get that bitch there.
Yeah. I mean, it's been his whole career. Like, clearly it works.
Oh, facts.
By the way, we've never had a good primetime game this year. Never.
Monday Night Football last week was pretty good.
Wait.
Eagles cheap.
Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's lit for fantasy purposes.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything, please.
Imagine like
Please.
a fucking fumble return touchdown.
Please, please, please. I'd kill myself.
Oh, go down, go down, go down. Don't score. God damn it. You know what's gonna happen?
What?
And I realize I'm putting bad juju in the world by saying this.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna get injured
Zay.
on bullshit.
Fucking yes, Zay.
These guys
Let's go, bro. See, this is exactly what I wanted.
Celebration. That's hilarious.
Put the game out
You
of
know what?
sight,
I'm
man.
not mad at it anymore.
Bro, here's the thing. How many
how-
touchdowns does Zay Flowers have?
I don't know. He has 2 today. He's both are touchdowns. But
That's one. But I think going into today, that was a thing.
does
Like
that count
he
as a
hasn't.
pass? Does that count as a pass, or is that just a run?
No, that's a run.
I think it's a touch pass. That's yeah.
No, he tossed it forward, Murtaza.
I'm looking on ESPN right now. It's a 37-yard carry.
Bruh,
yeah,
so
they put it on a kid.
Lamar.
Oh,
so
bro,
racist.
I don't think it let. Did he
All right,
toss it or
that's
did
a
he just
handoff
hand
then,
it off?
okay.
That's a hand. That's a
I'm
handoff.
gonna go
Yeah,
back
yo.
and watch it.
Nah,
Peter,
it is a handoff, but sometimes I see that shit counted as a pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They some quarterbacks do a little touch pass.
Yeah, that little.
Yeah, but like so I was looking at it. Zay Flowers had 1 touchdown before today, so that's why like he wants to score because like he's not getting touchdowns like that, but like he's a good player, right? So he got 2
Objectively, he
today.
should have probably just gone down, but like I hear it.
100%. But the guy is like, I got a good celebration lined up. I need my touchdowns. Contract negotiations are gonna happen one day. Or my rookie touchdowns are gonna be a big part of it. No, but probably some part of it. So fuck it, I'm scoring.
I don't hate it.
And again, as somebody who has him in 2 fantasy leagues, I'll take it.
My question is, why do the Ravens just have to make things more cumbersome than they need to be?
I mean, we just have to see another Justin Herbert interception now.
You know what?
By the
Fuck
way,
this.
like if someone bet $100 on Josh Allen interceptions, they'd make like $100,000 by now every
Did he
week.
throw another one this week?
Yes, man.
Wow, doesn't he have like 11 this year?
He has
8 straight games with picks.
He's on like the McCaffrey streak, but for picks.
No, doesn't he have like 11 picks total?
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm gonna look.
It's a lot.
He has 12 picks.
That's like a pick a game. When you're not
It's more than a
scoring
pick
like
game.
when you're not scoring 3 touchdowns a game, that's a problem.
Yep.
Like it's less of an issue for Hurts because like also they can run the ball. But I also just feel like the Josh Allen picks are backbreaking.
Yeah, I mean, it also I don't know. I feel like the Josh Allen pick seems so much more unnecessary. Like a lot of the Hurts picks this year that I've watched, I'm like, well, that sucks, but like whatever. When I watch Josh Allen play, he throws a pick. I'm just like, you just did not have to do that.
Bro, the one he threw in New England, like first play from scrimmage, I'm like, bro, there's a fucking corner sitting in that cover 3. Like, what are you doing?
Bro, he threw 3 picks in week 1 to the same guy who had a contracting incentive for 3 picks the whole year. Like he cashed a guy out.
I forgot about that game, actually.
Bro, he cashed a guy out $500,000 on 1 day worth of picks.
Right. You know what? The Bills lost to fucking Zach Wilson, but so did the Eagles.
Yes. Aaron Rodgers played like 4 snaps. Bro, they posted Aaron Rodgers highlights.
Quarterback to beat the Eagles, by the way.
Yes.
That's hilarious. That's how you know the sport is fake.
Yes. Bro, Zach Wilson actually was he played the quarterback position against the Bills that day, bro. The Aaron Rodgers highlights they posted on Twitter were just him with the American flag. Those were the highlights.
Fuck it, dog. You ran out there with the American flag on 9/11 and tore shit up.
Hey, guys.
Oh, by the way, guys, Mac Jones is dead.
Oh yeah,
like his football career is dead. Like mashallah, bro. McCorkle Jones,
Michael McCorkle Jones.
Mac Jones and Zach Wilson can go be Mormons now.
Rip Bozo. Rip Bozo.
Boom, sack. Hold that, Herbert.
Mac Jones got benched again today, right?
Yes, and then Bailey Zappi lost the game too.
That's fine, but like how many times has a quarterback got benched mid-game in a season?
Bro, he's going for the record.
He's got like 3 times, right?
I think so.
Have you heard of a quarterback getting benched mid-game more than 3 times in a season?
Not really.
Like, does that even sound correct?
It's kind of ridiculous.
Are they just going to throw him out there again?
What do we think happens with Belichick?
He has to retire, right?
So apparently he's going to keep coaching though. Like
the Chargers. Hold on. The Chargers' last 3 games against them, they've scored 13 points, 6 points, and now 10.
I think their next game is New England, bro. That New England Chargers game might be like such a struggle fest.
That is scaring the hose part 2.
100%.
Scaring the hose part 1 was New England, New York today. Jesus,
bro, Peter. I don't know if you remember, but that's the game we called to be a tie when we predicted the whole season in like week 2 or some shit, right? And it could have been a tie, but the fucking scrub missed a 35-yard kick to force overtime. I was watching that kick and I was like, we might see the tie.
Bro, we almost had it.
We did.
Hey, but we got another win, 20-10. It's not great. It wasn't super exciting. People are probably going to be mad about it. But 9-3 going into the bye, in totality, I don't think is bad.
Who are the other division winners matchups next week? Let's see. So the Chiefs, they get the Packers on Sunday Night Football. That's disgusting. They're 6.5 road favorites, 6.5 point road favorites. Jacksonville, where the hell is Jacksonville? Oh, bro, they're 8-point home favorites against Cincinnati on Monday Night Football. That's disgusting.
Oh, my God.
Miami, 9.5 point road favorites against Washington. All right, they're all getting W's. Everyone's going to be 9-3.
And we're going to be in 4th place when we come out of the bye. No.
Everyone's going to be 9-3.
We'll enjoy the 1 seed in the graphic for a week. No.
Shit.
It's all good. Whatever.
Yes. Steelers 5.5 point home favorites against the Cardinals. Arizona,
I'm taking Cardinals money line right now, son.
Arizona, can you do something for me? Murtaza, what did you say about the Steelers being home favorites? That they never cover, right?
Never. Wait, okay. What's the spread?
5.5 against Arizona.
Yeah, easy.
Yo, I kind of like the money line there,
bro.
Bro, you know they end up losing those games, bro.
Let's find ignorant bets for this week. Let me make an ignorant early kickoff parlay.
Hey, Peter, when it was Browns Steelers and the over-under was like 32.5 and I wanted to take the under, that shit finished at 23. I'm trying to irresponsibly take an under again. I wish I made that bet.
You know what?
Oh, Panthers Buccaneers 38.5.
You know what, guys?
What's that?
Tampa 6-point favorites against the Panthers?
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
The first game that Frank Reich gets fired, first game after, I'm betting the Panthers.
You know what I'll do? I'm going to wait. I'm going to keep an eye on the Panthers this week, and the moment that notification drops, whatever that week is, next game, Panthers money line.
In my opinion, if you have the Rams beating the Browns, the Rams are it's 4.5. I feel like you take that.
I think the Rams will smoke them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the only reason to not take that if you think the Browns are going to win. If the Rams
Aaron Donald against a backup quarterback. Good night.
PJ Walker, bro. That guy is struggle quarterback. That's a struggle quarterback.
But yeah, this slate next week for betting. Not gonna lie, Cardinals I really like. I like the Colts.
I like the Colts, bro. Colts 2 on the road. I'm taking that.
I like the Colts number. I like the Cardinals. I'd probably make a 3-leg parlay with the Under and Falcons Jets.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, bro, that under is cash. What do you think about the game though? Like, who's gonna win?
It depends. Is Aaron Rodgers playing?
Oh no. Rodgers is targeting Christmas Eve.
Oh my God! So Tim Boyle versus Desmond Ritter.
Yeah.
Falcons are gonna win like 17-14 or something. No, I'm being nice. They're gonna win 13-10.
Bro, I'm looking at you like the Falcons got a defensive touchdown today. The Jets get defensive touchdowns. I'm looking at that like whose defense can win that game.
Oh, facts.
Lions in New Orleans. The Lions are 3.5-point road favorites. Again, I really think their defense is bad, and like sometimes weird things happen in New Orleans.
I feel like the Saints have to win.
Yeah, they took a terrible loss against their main rival off a bye week. Like they got to get something.
Dog, the Saints are actually going to be 9-8 and in the fucking playoffs. I'm disgusted.
Bro, Monday Night Football against the Cowboys. Cowboys are going to win by like 4 touchdowns. We've seen this before.
Jesus Christ, man.
Cowboys now randomly have a short week to play San Francisco and they lose. We've seen this before, bro. Like the same shit is gonna happen.
Falcons are top of the NFC South. I want to die.
Oh my God.
I'm actually so like just I can't believe it. The NFC is dog shit. I'm sorry. From like below San Francisco, I firmly think the Ravens will beat all those teams by double digits.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's actually terrible out here.
Like, best case scenario, we have Eagles, Cowboys, and fucking Lions, Niners. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of my face.
Bro, I think in the NFC, like, it's just all about waiting until Eagles, Niners.
I also think in the AFC, the 4 division winners are going to be the last 4 teams in the AFC.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't see any of these wildcard teams
getting W's.
Beating any of these teams. The only thing I could see maybe is the Texans going to Jacksonville and beating them just off some division rival like familiarity bullshit.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could see maybe. But Texans aren't even in the playoffs as of today. So
I'm looking at Houston like if it was year 2, I would feel better about it. I just think so many guys in year 1, they might have like a scrappy loss in the playoffs, but I really just think the division winners are going to get those wins. And that's why like the seeding 1 to 4 is so important. And it's going to be it's going to be competitive until the very end.
This is why I need the Ravens to beat the Dolphins and the Jaguars. I can stomach losing to the Niners.
Yeah.
I need the Ravens to take this bye, go handle business against the Rams. Well, you know what? Let's look 2 weeks in advance because we don't play next week.
Did the Ravens and the Chiefs play each other? No, right?
No, not this year. No.
So the Chiefs beat the Dolphins and the Jaguars, so they're in a pretty good spot tiebreaker wise, right?
Yes.
You said the Dolphins and the Jaguars both play Baltimore, so that's yet to be determined. Did Jacksonville and Miami play each other? No. Oh no, they didn't. So yeah, it's pretty squarely like Kansas City is in a great place tiebreaker wise. Baltimore's undefined, and Jacksonville, Miami have the work cut out for them.
You know what? The Jags do play the Browns in Cleveland. Maybe I don't think Cleveland will pull anything off, but
so you know what it is like. The offense just has to do something because, like, the Browns, again, Myles Garrett pending, but like Jim Schwartz against like certain kinds of coaches, he does really well. Like they were showing how he's 9-1 all time against Kyle Shanahan. Obviously, him and Doug Peterson were together in Philadelphia. They won a Super Bowl together. There might be some familiarity there. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Jim Schwartz just schemes up a win against Jacksonville. It's just a matter of whether whoever the fuck the quarterback is can just do something. So that we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. Like, I really like what Cleveland has going on defensively, but bro, the quarterback position is so dire, and guys keep getting hurt. Their offensive line is banged up. Their running back room is banged up. Amari Cooper got knocked out of the game today. Like, if they have like human beings that are healthy to play offense, maybe they can beat the Jaguars. But yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, no,
I
I
think
don't
they
know.
need to win. I think they need to win the turnover battle by like at least 2 in that game.
Yo, LAFC might be in the Western Conference Finals. Let's go.
That's crazy.
They're like 15 minutes away from knocking out Seattle in Seattle.
So Buffalo is 2-6 in one score games, and they have 4 blowouts. So they're 6-6 with a point differential of like over 100.
Yeah, but look at their schedule.
Oh, 100%. But that's just like a funny set of circumstances to be in. Like you look at 6-6, you look at plus 100, and you just want to cry if you're a Bills fan.
Yeah, we're only like plus 140, but we're 9-3. So I say only, but like we have like the third best record in the league. I feel like. Am I crazy? Second,
I
maybe.
think you're second. Yeah, you're second because you're 9-3. The whole rest of the league is damn. Yeah, like literally, Peter. There's 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5,
we're second
6.
for this week. We'll be like seventh next week, but we'll take
Yeah.
it. You know what? Let me look at these Raven stats from today. How disgusting was this? 21st down, 361 yards, missed a field goal. That's annoying. I don't know. I mean, I feel like the Ravens left some points in the board, but they won, so I don't really care too much.
Yeah.
First game without Mark Andrews. They got a bye week. Come out and play the Rams. They'll get it together. But we have won 6 of our last 7, so that's good.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
the playoff picture is going to be really interesting for the whole rest of the year. For you guys tuned in right now, we'll be doing the playoff machine every Sunday night football. So whenever there's a watch along, tune in for this part as well, because this will always be a part of what we do going forward.
it'll probably be better than the games, guys.
Yeah, it's much better. Like between the draft conversations that come up and like the individual, like it's just way more fun than most of these games. I don't know what I'm probably gonna do Niners Eagles next week, but like if not, yeah, I don't want to do Packers Chiefs. I'll probably do Eagles Niners, but even during that game,
When is
halftime,
Eagles
like
Niners next week?
Eagles Niners is at 4, my time.
Fuck. I'm gonna be on the plane.
Damn,
I'm back to LA.
damn. Where? Oh, are you headed to fuck? You said you're going in the
Arkansas,
middle
my
of
brother.
nowhere, right? Yeah, I remember that. I remember that stream.
Arkansas, Friday to Monday.
Let's
No,
go.
I'm lying. I'm lying. It's on Sunday. I'll be good.
Okay, lit. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do that game, but even during that game, like halftime, we're probably gonna hop on the playoff machine. So
But
stay tuned for that, people.
yeah, so I'll be gone Friday to Monday. Murtaz, are you there?
Yeah.
You want to do a watch along for Bears Vikings tomorrow?
Yeah.
So you guys want to do a stream on Sarcasm City for that game?
Let's do it.
All right, I'm down.
How about this? How about this? We do a parlay stream. You know what I'm
We
saying?
do whatever stream you want, brother. I'm just if you guys want to do a stream, because the following week I'll be coming back from Arkansas, so I won't be able to host it.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Yeah, let's do it.
What's
All
the following week? Oh, Bengals Jaguars, man. Fuck that.
Yeah. we ain't
Oh
doing it.
my god, guys! The week after that, we have a Monday Night Football doubleheader. You got Packers Giants and Titans Dolphins.
Go to hell. Go to hell. There's
Bro,
one decent team out of 4.
And the Sunday game is Broncos. I lied. No, I lied. The Sunday game is Eagles Cowboys. That's actually good. But the Thursday game is New England Pittsburgh. Go to hell. There's going to be no quarterback play. Bro, New England Pittsburgh. There's going to be no quarterback play. Granted, I think we're entering the part of the year where Thursdays and Mondays can be flexed, but they can't all be flexed, and it feels like they all need to be flexed. So be prepared for some bad football.
Yeah. Fuck,
Bro.
it is what it is.
Packers Giants, bro. Tommy DeVito's my guy, man. Giants actually could have had a top pick. He said, you know what? Nah, win streak, win streak. But yeah, I'm good to end the stream right now. Shout out to everybody who watched. It was real. We had good fun. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, stay tapped in. Might be a stream at some point midweek. Might not be, but we will be here Sunday, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I don't know if you guys have anything to say, but I'm good to get out of here.
All right,
Yeah,
man, I'm all good. Shout out to everybody, and we'll see you niggas next week.
Let's go.